Hello everyone, Abdul Aziz Ahwan is here. In this video, we're going to learn together how do we build advanced chatbot visually. We can just drag and drop, and then how do we deploy the chatbot in our server. So let's get started. Alright. First thing first, I want to say thank you to all of you who have supported me to this channel, and now you can also support me by click super thanks, and you can join membership on my YouTube channel. So, as I said earlier, in this video we are going to learn step by step how do we build advanced chatbot visually. It means we use like a blog or just drag and drop, and how do we deploy the chatbot in our server. And in this video, we are going to use server from UltaHost. So, what is UltaHost? UltaHost is a secure and cheap web hosting. Not only that, UltaHost also offers such as domain, hosting, website builder, and so on. So here with UltaHost, we can build our project extremely fast, secure, user-friendly, and also we will get up to 20 times faster on load times. And also we will get unlimited bandwidth and a free cPanel license. Let's see what UltaHost offers for us, such as Share Starter. It's around $3.80 per month, and then VPS Basic, it's around $4.80 per month. We will get 1 CPU core, 1 GB RAM DDR5, and the important thing is here, we will get NVMe SSD 30 GB, and here we will get free SSL certificate, 1 IP4 dedicated IP, and so on and so on. And this is the most important, which is Power Plus. It's just $32.80 per month. We will get 4 GPU core, 8 GB RAM DDR5, and then 250 GB NVMe SSD, and here we will get unlimited bandwidth. So here, the key feature of UltaHost: free migration, increased traffic and sale, guaranteed dedicated resource, and UltaHost use SSD NVMe, which is faster than normal SATA SSD, and then they guarantee money back and perfect uptime. As we can see here, UltaHost provide the best uptime for us. So, what we can host in this UltaHost? The first one is such as WordPress hosting, e-commerce hosting, social network hosting, CRM hosting, and in this video we are going to self-host our chatbot in UltaHost. So that was amazing. Here, UltaHost also offers such as domain registration, SSL certificate, and other product that we can find out. Just click link in the description below. And don't worry, if you got a problem, UltaHost have 24/7 support that can help us everything. So if we get a problem, just chat here and it will support us. Alright, so the important things in this video, we are going to host our chatbot in UltaHost. So let's go to hosting here, and then we will see there are several options such as shared hosting, WordPress hosting, VPS hosting, VDS, dedicated server, Windows hosting, and let's select this one, which is VPS hosting. And here with this VPS hosting here, it starts around $4.80 per month, and I think we can select this one, the most popular one, VPS Professional. We will get 3 CPU core, 4 GB RAM DDR5, and we will get storage around 75 GB NVMe SSD, 1 IP4, unlimited bandwidth, and DDoS protection. Alright, so just click order, and then once you have order, you can just log in using this client area. Alright, so this is my VPS Professional, which is I use Linux VPS hosting. And don't forget, if you order a hosting on this UltaHost, you will get something like server information such as IP, and then how do we access SSH in our server. You will get a random password, and so on and so on. So please make sure you save all that information in a secret place. Alright, so this is my server information such as hostname, and then primary IP, and the important things here, the IP. Alright, so first let's just copy the IP, and then I will open my terminal. You can use your favorite terminal. So in this video I use iTerm, and here the default user is a root, so just this, and just press enter, and then give a confirmation, just yes, and we can just copy the password and paste here. Alright, it's extremely fast. UltaHost is the best, secure, and don't forget, it's a cheap web hosting. So here we will get such as information about our server, which is in this video I use Ubuntu 22.4.1 LTS, and this is a system load, and so on and so on. Alright, just clear. And the next, the important things. So in this video we will build advanced chatbot, which is Typebot. Typebot is open source, so we can just check the code on a GitHub, this one here. So we can check, is a fair source chat builder. So you can just fork this repository of Typebot, and you can contribute on this project. We will build chatbot using this Typebot, and we will deploy this Typebot in our server. So here we can just check documentation, and here on the documentation we can just see here self-hosting. We will focus on this self-hosting, and we can self-hosting in many ways. So in this video we will using such as Docker. So to make it easy, we will using another open source, which is Deploy. So I don't know, I think Deploy it stands for Docker deploy. So here, deploy anywhere with total freedom and ease. So we can just check, and this Deploy it's also open source. So here just press docs, and then let's go to this installation, and we will install in our VPS, which is UltaHost Ubuntu 22. So let's scroll down, and we can just copy in this code and paste here. Just wait the process running. So here it's automatically set up our server to install deploy control panel. So once we wait, so we can just check what is Deploy. Deploy is open source alternative to Heroku, Vercel, and Netlify. Here, Deploy is stable, easy to use deployment solution designed to simplify application management process. We can self-hosting Deploy like this, and it's using Docker and flexibility of traffic. The key feature is simplicity, flexibility, and open source. So let's check again the terminal. So it's still downloading, and here architecture of deploy. This is our VPS, and it will install for us Postgres and then Redis, deploy app, and it's also support Next.js, which is Typebot itself is a Next.js app. And here the feature, it support Docker Compose, and then basic operation such as deploy, stop, and delete application, and build configuration, like we can serve our code in source provider such as GitHub, Git, Docker, and we can select build type, Docker, Nixpack, Heroku build pack, Paketo build pack, and so on. And it also support environment management, add and manage environment variable, also have monitoring tool, monitoring our CPU, memory, disk, and network usage in our VPS. We can also get log real time, and so on and so on. You can just check link in the description below to read this documentation. Alright, so our deploy is installed. So let's just copy in this and test here. Alright, it's success. And once we check deploy running on Next.js using Nginx web server, and so on and so on. So I just want to register my account. Alright, so I have registered, and it will automatically redirect to dashboard of deploy. So this is the very first or the first time when we install deploy, which is no project available. And let's see here. We will see like a setting, Docker, monitoring. So let's check here the setting, and first let's change the domain here. So we need to just add this IP to my DNS here, and I have add this, which is this IP. So I just need to go to this, and then we say deploy 159 and certificate, select default, and then save. And maybe the process takes a time to synchronize the domain on the web. Alright, so it's success, but the SSL haven't yet finished. But let's check using Safari. It has finished on Safari. So test again. It's success to log in, but it's still not secure here. And next, once we waiting the provisioning process of SSL certificate, next we can just press this create project and then Typebot, and then we can just give a short description of our project and then press create. And inside our project, we can just press this create service, and then we can select template, and we will see there are a lot of template available in this deploy. So we can just type Typebot and then press create, and we can just select server if we have more than one, because here there's no other server. We can just confirm, and this is the service here. It's using Docker here. It's using Docker Compose here, and we will see like environment, monitoring, and let's jump to domain here. And this is the default, and let's see the log here, no container, and here don't forget to press deploy if we have ready. But before that, we need to set up and here. So we need to add this a little bit so we can just check in Typebot documentation here and then jump to configuration. Here the asterisk mark means required, so here such as database URL, encryption secret. We can check how do we generate, so we can just generate here and we will place here in our environment here. But now let's focus on this Docker Compose here, such as the image of database using Postgres 14, and this is the volume, and this is the Typebot builder. We use Lattice, and this is how do we set up env or environment variable such as encryption secret, database URL. This is authentication for Next.js application, and then Next.js public viewer URL, and yeah, look like this. This is for builder and this is for viewer. So just press save and let's jump to environment. Here this is like Next.js authentication URL. It means it's used for builder, and this next public viewer URL it used for viewer. So here I have prepared a sample env, look like this. So let's change a little bit, such as the email, and this is the domain will be Typebot 159 and the viewer will be bot 159, and this is a Google Authentication Client ID. You can get it from Google Console. You can just check Typebot documentation here and then go to Google Authentication and press this, and it will bring us to Google. Here we need to generate OAuth 2.0 client ID, and we will get the client ID here and then paste here on Google Auth client ID, and don't forget make it look like this. For the key and the value you can just copy from Google Cloud Console. And next you will also need Google Authentication Client Secret. You will get it from the inside of this OAuth 2.0 client ID. Look like this. You can just copy and then paste here. And next, it's optional. So let's say it's a Google font. So you can just press this and you need to generate or enable API, which is Google Fonts for Web. And let's see, I will show you. This is the API key, and you will get this API key and then paste here for next public Google Fonts API key. And the next, you need to set up GitHub for authentication. So you can just go to GitHub here and then press settings, and then developer, and then OAuth apps, and then new OAuth app, and say Typebot, and the home page will be 159. So this such as a homepage URL, and the callback will be this one /API, look like this, and just register the app. Alright, and this is the client ID, and just paste here, and don't forget to create new client secret, and just copy and paste here on GitHub client secret. And next, you also need such as S3. So let's scroll up. We will see what S3 mean. Alright, so here S3 used for store our uploaded file such as image, PDF, and so on and so on. So it will be anything. So here are some example of S3 such as AWS S3, DigitalOcean, Wasabi, Mini.io, and so on and so on. And in this video, I will using iDrive. So here it's very easy. So you can just register and then create access key, and don't forget to give name and then access key ID, and here we need at least 4 key, which is S3 access key, which is this, and then S3 secret key. So S3 secret key will be once you create access key, so you will get something called S3 secret key. And next, you need to provide S3 bucket name, and don't forget to add the endpoint, which is this. My region is Singapore, so just add this here, and once we finish, just press save, and I hope now we are ready. Just press deploy and then confirm, and we can check the deployment process here running. My VPS hosting running extremely fast here. The best for UltaHost here. So let's wait. And here we can see there is a monitoring. We can monitor, and then real-time logs, and also domain here. The default we will get such as random domain here with a long name here, .traffic.me, but we will custom, and I will show you how to custom the domain here. It's not yet finished. It's still running here. Still extract, pull complete, extract again, pull complete. Alright, so here Typebot builder started, Typebot viewer started. So let's see. Alright, Docker Compose deployed, And let's see on monitoring. All right, now I have 3 container, which is builder. The second one is a viewer. The third one is database, which is Postgres. And now let's check on builder, and then continue to site. And all right, it's successfully. And Typebot will be automatically add authentication we have add in our Docker Compose, which is here. So once we add, let's say I have add Google Authentication and GitHub Authentication, and it will show the 2 button here, which is GitHub and also Google. And the default one is a email here. So let's using Google, but it's error because it's different. The URL that we have registered on Google Cloud Console and here. So maybe we need to add domain here, service name builder, and it will be Typebot 159, and it will automatically HTTPS using Let's Encrypt and create, and then add again for viewer. It will be Typebot 159 using HTTPS and create. All right, and now let's check again in configuration, which is Google Authentication here. Maybe I have a mistake on OAuth client. And don't forget here, it means we need to have authorized redirect URL, which is this. So let's test again using this one. All right, it's not found. So once we add a new domain or change the domain, we need to deploy again using this button on general. And let's check again, it's running. So you can just always check documentation and go to domain here. And then it's success. So let's check again. All right, as I said, we need to redeploy, and then let's test this button. And now it successfully bring me to the authentication. And now it successfully deploy our chatbot in VPS on UltaHost. So the next, let's test the viewer, which is bot 159, and it will says the bot you are looking doesn't exist. So let's create the new one here, and let's start from a template, and I will also check the S3 bucket here, and let's go to bucket. All right, and let's create, let's say this lead generation use template And here let's test
in the flow editor.
let's test file before what's your name, and then all right, and then just publish it, maybe lead gen. And now we can just, I'm sorry, copy the URL, and then let's test. Now we will see our chatbot successfully running. And when we check here, it also using Next.js, and then press this. Let's test upload a file here. Maybe this one. File uploaded. And let's go to our S3. And then let's go to packet. And it will be the user ID. And then this is the workspace. All right, it successfully uploaded here in S3. Let's preview. All right, it's success. And let's test. Delete the typebot here, and then delete. It's success. And let's check again in my S3, and it will be empty. All right. So let's test again. All right, now my deploy URL now is secure using SSL certificate here. Let's encrypt, and we can check monitoring here, such as the builder, the CPU, memory, network, and so on. And once we have delete and we reload, it will be the bot doesn't exist. So let's test again. Start from template. We can use this. And test again using file. And then publish. And this is the important things, the way we embed our chatbot. We can place it on WhatsApp, WordPress, Shopify, and more. So let's send the framer script, iframe. So we can just click this, and we can set, which is whether the chatbot will be full screen. We can set the width, the height, just using this copy HTML code. And let's just copy and then test again, upload the file, and then let's go here in S3, and now it's available. All right, so let's back to UltaHost here, and as you can see, I use VPS Professional, and it can handle all the service that I have deployed on this VPS, such as Docker, and then Chatbot. And inside the Chatbot, we have 2 or 3 container, which is database, builder, viewer, and it's running extremely fast. So you can just check link in the description below to get to know more about UltaHost and all the information. that I have mentioned in this video, you can just check link in the description below. So yeah, I think that's enough my video today. If you have any questions or comment, write it down on the comment field. Thank you so much and see you again on the next video.